Hi, this is Glenda from Soaps by Glenda. And for those living in the US, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I will be making a Nutcracker soap, and a recipe will be linked below. First, I start by measuring the light water solution that I need, and next, I'm going to measure my fragrances. I did a fragrance blend that it ended up smelling a little bit like orange creamsicle, so I really like it, but it was quite by accident. Although perhaps I should not be surprised since I use a vanilla fragrance, sweet orange and chili pepper, and then a nut fragrance for my later. Now to make the soap, I'm going to take the temperature of the oils. They are a little bit over 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 Celsius, and the light water solution is at room temperature. Remember to use protective equipment when making soap. I have a facial shield and also I have gloves. After an initial stir, I'm going to use the stick blender to blend this in. I'm also going to use EDTA as a chelator. Initially, I was going to leave this uncolored and then just let the soap scraps embeds add the color to the soap like I did with my original soap from a couple years ago. However, last minute I decided to change things up and I added saffron mica, which will give the soap an orange color. Usually, I prefer to mix the micas in some oils before because it helps them being dispersed better. In here, they're just making lumps, which I had to break down with the stick blender, and this led me to create a lot of bubbles in the soap mix, as you can see on top. So far, my soap batter is at emulsion phase, and I added the fragrance oil. Then I stirred it for about a minute to make sure that it was well incorporated. It will have some discoloration, so I want to make sure that that discoloration will be even. After about a minute, the soap batter had reached emulsion, light emulsion, so it was ready to be poured on the mold. I added about half of the soap batter into the mold, and then I added the soap scraps or the confetti soap. And then I continue adding the rest and scrape the container so that I got everything out. To get rid of all the air bubbles, I start tapping the mold against the counter in a very continuous and yet gentle way because this soap is quite fluid. If I just whack it against the counter in one strong movement, it may splash back on my face. And even though I'm wearing a face shield, I just don't want that to happen. Next, I sprayed gold Enviro glitter on top, and then I started adding the Nutcracker embeds. I made these embeds with soap dough or moldable soap in a mold that I made myself. If you are interested in acquiring it or buying it, I could make more. Just let me know. They're a bit time consuming, but I do like the nutcrackers, so I actually enjoy making the soap. By the way, um, next week I'm going to publish a soap that will be part of a Christmas collaboration. So make sure to tune in. It'll be next Monday, December 6th. The following day, I was able to remove them from the mold and cut them. You can tell how there is a gel ring of how in the center it got warmer than on the edges. However, in the end, it evened out and the soaps did discolor slightly, became a little bit darker. The final steps is just adding the stamped, and also I'm going to add some gold details to the uniform of the nutcrackers. To do this, I'm going to use gold face paint. I'm using Paradise Brilliant Door. You can also just use gold mica mixed with alcohol. I'm going to be using distilled water to activate the face paints though, and then use a fine tip brush. This one has synthetic fibers. By the way, this and several other soaps are on sale for Cyber Weekend. you can use a discount code that you will find down below in the description box. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. And remember to visit next week to see the collaboration. Bye.